So guys, in honour of Victober, I am now going to give you today's video is my classics bookshelf tour. So I've got 2 shelves of classics, as you can see, and I'll go over all of the books, tell you which ones I've read, which ones I haven't read, and give you a bit of an idea. I'm probably going to do it when I'm not actually in the video, because I haven't tried doing it this way yet. I haven't tried. I don't know how I'm going to put all this together, but it's going to be one of those videos where it's all put together. And let's see if I make a success of it. But I look forward to showing you my classics. Obviously, you won't be seeing the books that I've been reading for Victober because they've already gone off. But I have quite a lot of books that are classics and I love them. So I'll see you in a minute and we'll start the tour. And the good thing with this is doing it the shelf tour is that I don't have to do it in one go. I can do it over bits of the day. Yay! Bye-bye. So this is the shelf 1. I'll show you all the books on the top, this end of the bookshelf, and tell you which ones I've read, and then I'll go behind and do that in the next clip. So this one is a Trollope book. It's in the wrong pile. It's not with my Trollope books because I haven't got room on my Trollope bit pile. But that's for next year. That's Dr. Waters' School. I think Katie said that she liked that, and so I'm looking forward to reading that. The Return of the Native I read last month. The Wessex Tales is the short book that I mentioned in Kate Howe's video. It's a book, underrated hardy book, which I'm looking forward to getting to. The Woodlanders, I'm not going to tell you too much about that because that's going to be a book that I'm saving for next year, and it's apparently a nature book set in the woodlands, obviously. The Mayor of Casterbridge, I don't know too much about that because I think it's quite underrated and it's a bit of a battered copy, but I'm looking forward to trying that. Far from the Madding Crowd, oh my god, I love that Penguin's classic edition of this. It looks beautiful. Need to get that. That's one of his popular works that I've heard lots about. Then I've got my short stories. So I've got Sutcliffe's Hotel. I need to save that. I'm saving that for next year. Emily Bronte's The Night is the Darkening Room. I've read that. Loved that. The Robber's Bridegroom I read for my read along in January. This one, Daphne du Maurier's one. I'm looking forward to trying that. Oscar Wilde. Maybe I should have tried that this year. Then we've got the Charles Darwin one, It's Snowing Butterflies. I need to read that. Then we've obviously got The Beautiful Cassandra. I read that for Jane Austen. This is a book that I got sent years ago. Love poems, and I think it's a classics love poems. I got given this years ago, so it's one of my oldest books. I need to. And obviously this is the Barchester Chronicles series, so it's not in order. Dr. Thorne I liked. I didn't love. That was the 3rd. The Warden I loved. Small House in Huntington. It's all right. Barchester Towers I loved. Family Parkingers, again, all right. Then I've got a Shakespeare one that's in a random place because it just looks nice there because it's a black Penguins Classics edition. Macbeth, which I love. Sorry about that. Then I've got Our Mutual Friend, which I didn't like as much, but I've kept. The Bleak House, again, another one for next year. Barnaby Rudge, I was going to read this year, but I've not got around to it. And then, for some random reason, an Inspector Calls is on here. Now, I'm actually going to show you this shelf, the outside books as well, because I thought I'd try and maybe save the clips. I've got Moby Dick. Got my little cuddlies up there. Sherlock Holmes, that's a selection of short stories, so that's something this. And we've got The Colour Purple, which is a modern classic. Can't Keep a Good Woman Down, which is Alex Walker's short stories. I've got an Ian Forster's Room with a View. I love that beautiful edition. Edith Wharton's A House of Mirth, because Tori from Hufflepuff Discovery raved about that. And then Edith Wharton's other book, The Age of Innocence. One I'm looking forward to trying because she liked that. John Steinbeck and Mice and Men, that's his shorter one. I'm looking forward to reading that. Then we've got Gone with the Wind. You guys know I'm looking forward to trying that. That will be read next year, sneaky peek. And I've got my Du Mauriers, Frenchman's Creek, Rebecca, love those. And then The House on the Strand, which I've not read. So that is all of that. And I've got my little things that I keep on this shelf. So that's my Little Miss Chatterbox, because apparently that's me. Mother and daughter thing my sister Charlie gave me. All House of Pemberley. So that's it. So these are the front bits of the shelves. Actually, I'm going to see how much I can get in one clip, actually. We've then got Silas Marner, and was going to do that this year. I need to get around to doing it, but it's my battered copy. Lady Jane Austen's short stories. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, which is a children's classic. I might even put my children's classics up here soon. Emma, you know I love that. I've got 2 copies of that, actually. So I got sent one. Pride and Prejudice, again, you know I love that. Middlemarch, another one that I will talking about because I want to read that, but I'm going to read that next year. North and South, which I loved. Northampton Abbey, which is alright. Cranford is alright, but I love that edition of it because it's got different stories. These editions are beautiful. Sylvia's Lovers I'm reading in December, so sneaky peek with that. Bronte Selected Letters, Charlotte Bronte Selected Letters, which I'm going to save for next year. My sister Charlie got me that and I'm well looking forward to it. Adam Bede, which you know I need to try again. I didn't like that Adam Bede's last work. And then The Complete Poems of Emily Dickinson, which is not a Victorian classic, but because it's Emily, I wanted to try it. Now I'm going to move some of my cuddlies down into the other shelves so I can show you these ones. So these are my Wordsworth Classics editions, and my editions that are done beautifully. And I forgot to show you down here, we've also got the non-fiction book on Jane Austen, which I read for Jane Austen in July, Sense and Sensibility and Mental Park, because they don't fit in that pile. So then we've got my new copy of Emma, which I won on a giveaway. And I've got my Wives and Daughters, which I read at the start of the year, which I love. Another edition of Wuthering Heights, which is pretty. I wanted 2 copies. I've got the one that I'm reading, the cloth-bound copy that I'm reading for this year. But I wanted my own Wordsworth Classic edition. Persuasion, which I loved. The Way We Live Now, which I will be reading with Charlie at some point. It's one of his chunky books and I want to get to it, but it scares me because it's that big. The Professor, which I liked but I didn't love. Jane Eyre, which you guys know I loved, but I'm rereading that next year with Chloe from Chloe Reads Things, I believe. Villette, which I liked but didn't love. Shirley, which I liked but didn't love. Agnes Grey, I loved. Tenant of Barber Hall, I loved. Tessa the D'Urberville, I liked. My random, I know the David Copperfield's in the wrong place, but it looks nice on there, so I want it there. And we've got the George Eliot Mill on the Floss, which again is the Wordsworth Classics edition, which I love. I love the fact that actually was Wordsworth Classics. I'm just going to actually show you, I'm going to show you some of the copies, some of the front covers. That's beautiful, Emma. Wives and Daughters, look how gorgeous that is. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's going to be a bit of a longer video, but I love, that's what I love about the Wordsworth Classics. Look how beautiful, look how gorgeous that is. Persuasion, love that. This is the one I'm really excited about. Look at that edition, look at that gorgeous edition. Actually, I may end up showing you more. So it's not in the right pile. I need to actually arrange that, so I might actually take that one out of that pile so I can put it with the other ones. Jane Eyre. Actually, no, they are, because I think they're in the right edition section. Sorry, guys. Villette. Shirley. Look at that. Oh, God, I love these editions. I know I shouldn't get so excited. So I think that's enough of what I'm going to show you the front copies of that. That's there. So we're going to now, actually, no, I am going to show you all of them because I've now started showing you, so I might as well carry on. So we've got Agnes Grey. Tenant of Barber Hall. Okay, no, I can't because it's not letting me show anymore. So I'm now going to go and put a Trollope book in the middle of the pile because basically I want to keep all my Charlotte Bronte books together. And I've just realised I need to put that ones. I do have a habit of needing to keep certain authors together. I like to keep all of Charlotte Bronte's works together. Then I like to go with that. So that's one of my favourites. And those. They don't match. They will need to be redone because they will need to be all matching, but I'm not going to get stressed. Now I'm going to show you the books behind this. And I will show you actually the front copies actually because I think you're here to see some of this. So I've got this book. Sorry guys, I'm trying to show you, work out what I'm doing. So I've got this, which is D.H. Lawrence's Sons and Daughters, which I got given by the lovely Gemma. Paradise Lost by John Milton. He is apparently blind, so he has disabilities. That's why I bought that. So I believe he wrote his poems with blind. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. East of Eden, which you know I loved East of Eden. Now I've got a modern classic, which is 1984, which I will be reading with Gemma at some point. I'm now thinking I'm going to start stacking some of these over here. Crime and Punishment, which I got given a new edition of this because my old edition was crap, but I love that. I'm now having to go, I'm having to do a bit of moving around. So I'm now actually thinking I might actually need to move some things so that I can show you them properly. Lives of Elizabeth Gaskell, which I loved. I'm going to be rearranging this after this. Wobbling Hope, which is a modern classic, I think. Let me know when you know about that. My two Les Mis, volumes 1 and 2. So we've got volumes 1, volume 2 there, volumes 1 there. Then the last but not least, we have my fingers in the way. William Thackeray, Vanity Fair, yes! Love that. And as you can see, that copy is Anna Karenina, which I blooming loved. So that is how I'm going to leave this clip. I will put them back together nicely now, and then I will show you a clip of the top shelf. Bye bye. So this is my top shelf, and I'm going to try and get this all done in one take if I can. I've got Martin Chuzzlewit. This is what I was saving. I was going to read this year, but obviously I have to read that next year. The Ghost Stories of Charles Dickens. That will be good for next year. So this is pretty much, this is all my Dickens pile. So we've got the Pickwick Papers, which I do need to read, but I don't know whether to prioritise that or Martin Chuzzlewit. So let me know whether that's going to be prioritised for next year. A gorgeous copy of Oliver Twist, which you guys know I love. And then I've got Great Expectations, which I loved. I don't like that edition, but I loved Great Expectations. So I might do a bit of a rejigging with this Oliver Twist. No, see, this is my problem, guys, is that everything has to be in size order. It has to fit size-wise. The only thing we're doing it that way is that, look, you can see where I'm coming from. That doesn't look right there, does it? So I've now got to move those. So even though colour-wise it doesn't look as good, I have to do it size-wise so the stacks go nicely. I might actually now move A Tale of Two Cities. I'm going to move that to that pile because that fits there. Then I've got a modern classic, which is Breakfast at Tiffany's. That, and I'll save that there. I've got Charles Dickens Christmas books, which I'm tempted to read this year. I'm now going to see if I can jig that there because that looks nice. And then, aha, look, there you go. Then we've got this side. So we've got, this is a bit of a random pile, this one. So we've got The Golden Treasury, it's poetry, but this is a selection of poetry. That is my oldest book on my shelves. I've had that since I was about 17 or 18. Mole Flanders, a modern classic, which I'm so looking forward to reading that. I need to know how to prioritise that. These are my Penguin Popular Classics edition pile. Midsummer's Night's Dream, which I loved. Miss Dalloway, which I need to try, but I'm scared because it's a stream of consciousness writing and that scares the bejeebers out of me. Dickens' Hard Times, which I need to get to. Actually, I haven't read that either, so that's another one I need to get to, but it's my shorter one. So again, let me know whether to prioritise that one over the other Dickens. This is where I need you guys' feedbacks with Dickens, which where I prioritise. Mary Barton, which is my first Elizabeth Gaskell book, and I bloody love that. That's probably in the wrong pile, but it looks nice there. Like I said, I may be rearranging my bookshelves. And then Good Wives by Louisa May Alcott, which is the second book. You have Little Women and then you have Good Wives in the English editions. I think the Americans have it done differently. So I've got all of those. They can just go like that. That's not a big deal. And then we got that. I may be rejigging. Like I said, I may rejig some of that. I'm thinking actually which one I may rejig. Actually, I'm going to put... No, that one can't go there because it's the wrong pad. That's Little Women. It can't go there because it's the wrong size. Then the next two books in the series, Little Men and Joe's Boys, which I loved. I loved them so much more than I expected. Then these are my gorgeous copies. This is what I got last year. Is this a Victorian book, by the way? The Portrait of the Lady by Henry James. I picked it up purely because of the copy is gorgeous. So is that a Victorian classic or is it just another classic? Then again, the matching copy, my own copy of Howard's End. I picked up this gorgeous book at the charity shops for £1. I'm looking forward to trying that. Again, I don't think that's Victorian. I think that's another modern classic. And I've got another Study in Scarlet. Again, look at the edition of that. That was sent to me by a subscriber. So that's beautiful. I love the look of that. My other copy of the Moonstone. And because I love the Moonstone so much, I'm going to have 2 copies. I'm going to have my Wordsworth Classics edition and this other Wordsworth Classics edition, because I want both of them. I don't care. I love that. Then, oh, hang on a minute. Then we've got The Woman in White, which I'm going to be reading next year for October, because I love that. I'm going to have to put that there. Sorry, guys. And then a random classic, which is The Lark Rise to Candleford, a trilogy. I'm going to have to stack these straight away, actually, because I need to. And I've just realised I've dropped a book, so I'll have to go and pick that up soon. I'll pick that up in a minute. How's that looking? Is that looking all right, guys? What do you think? Then I've got a few last books. Now, these are going to be harder to show you because I've got the English Century Poems, William Wordsworth's poems, which I read for my first Victober, Oscar Wilde's books, which I need to try. This is Scott Fitzgerald's poetry, and it's an illustrated edition, and that's my uncle Michael gave me that, and that's one that was really special to me. These editions were given to me by my local charity shop, and that's the Old Curiosity Shop. I think I was given that because they don't have the cover on it. And then I've got Christmas Stories by Charles Dickens, that beautiful edition. So I'm looking forward to trying that at some point. So that's all my classics. What do you guys think? What shall I prioritise? Which ones do you like the best? I am so loving my classics, and I am so looking forward to each and every one of them. But next year, I'm going to be doing a video at the end of the month on which there's about 5 or 6 of these that I've prioritised for next year. But let me know in the comments below, which ones do you want to see in that pile? Because I may add one of them. If I get enough votes for any of these classics. You can vote, actually. All of you, I want all of you to vote for one classic out of the books on my shelves that you want me to read for next year. The one that has the most votes, if it will definitely be on the pile. So let's see what you guys think. I look forward to it. Hope if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.